language lesson for the day. So you're going to need 2 pages. You're going to need this page, 141 and 142. So you have that out. You're also going to need a sheet of paper and a pencil. Okay, so make sure you have this page and this page and a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay? If you don't have those, you need to pause it till you get those. All right. So here's a poem that we're going to read. I want you to follow along with me, okay? Because after we read this, we're going to talk about it a little bit, okay? My little sister. I have a little sister. She is only 2 years old. But to us at home who love her, she is worth her weight in gold. We often play together, and I begin to find that to make my sister happy, I must be very kind, and always very gentle when we run about and play, nor ever take her playthings or little toys away. I must not vex or tease her, nor ever angry be with the darling little sister that God has given me. All right. So what's the title? What's the title of this poem? Can you point to it on your page or on the screen? The title is My Little Sister. What's the poem about? A baby sister. You have one of those. So each of these right here, each part of the poem, these are called stanzas. Which one is your favorite stanza? Why is that one your favorite stanza? I think mine is this one, that we play together, and then I begin to find that to make my sister happy, I must be very kind. I like that stanza, that part of the poem. How does this poem make you feel? Does it make you feel sad, mad, happy, joyful, careful? Does it make you feel some of those things? Now, can you look back in that poem? Can you find a couple of words that maybe you might not know what they mean? Look at the last stanza right here. There's probably a word, at least one word in here that you don't know what it means. Could it be this word right here? Vex. Have you ever heard the word vex? Okay, it says, I must not vex or tease her. Vex means to make her mad, to bother her, to pick at her. That's what vex means. Do you ever vex your siblings? Yeah, you probably do, don't you? Because that's what siblings do. But it says here, don't do that. Don't vex or tease her or get angry with her, because we're supposed to be kind. All right, look at this page, 142. All right, this page tells us that we need to memorize your favorite stanza. So can you find whichever one of these is your favorite and circle it? And try to memorize it. The best way to memorize it is to say it over and over and over until you can say it without looking at it. So you'll have to read it several times, and then you'll be able to say it. And you can look in the mirror and tell it to yourself. Then you know you have it memorized. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a new sound. We've learned all about the vowels, the different kinds of sounds that they make, the short sounds that they make. So we're going to add a new sound to it today. It's the sound aw. Kind of sounds like a short O sound, but it's spelled A-W or A-U. And those two sounds make the sound aw. When you see these lines right here, and it has this in between, that means these lines mean that we say the sound aw. When you see the quotation marks around it, that means you can say A-W. So A-W and A-U make the aw sound. Some words that make this sound are law and author. Do you see the A-W? It says aw. And A-U, aw. You think of any other words that make the aw sound? How about awful? Awful makes the aw sound. How about Autumn. You know, when the leaves start falling down, it's the season of fall. We also call it autumn. Can you think of any other words that have the aw sound? Okay, let's look at the rhyming section here. It says we're going to write a rhyming word for each of these sentences. The dog chewed the shoe. It was split right in. What word could we put here? Now, before we do it, let's look back at our poem. I want you to notice, you see this word sister, and old, and her, and gold. In this stanza, which two words rhyme? Old and gold. Do you notice that they're the last word on the second and the fourth line? Look at this one. Fond and kind. What about this one? Play and away. And be and me. That's what we're doing on this page. So let's look at this page then. The dog chewed the shoe. It was split right in. What word could we put there to rhyme with shoe? It was split right in two. The dog chewed the shoe. It was split right in two. All right, make sure you put that word there. All right, let's see if you can do this one. Before the car came to a stop, I heard the tire. What could rhyme with stop that a tire can do? Before the car came to a stop, I heard the tire. Pop. That rhymes with stop, and a tire could pop. Make sure you write that word in there. Okay, let's see if you can get this one before me. Every time I go to the store, I come out feeling. What word right here could rhyme with store? Every time I go to the store, I come out feeling. What do you do in the store? You buy things, don't you? That means that you spend money, right? So when you go to the store, you have money, but when you come out of the store, you don't. And that would make you feel very poor. Every time I go to the store, I come out feeling poor. Those rhyme. One more. It is a very fun thing to go high up on a did you say swing? It rhymes. It's a very fun thing to go high up on a swing. Those rhyme. Good job. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get your sheet of paper. We're going to look at your spelling words. And I'm going to pull them up here. Now, we are going to, whoops, I don't want to do that, do I? Woo, or that. Okay. Let us, to edit this page, but I don't know how. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and circle the ones that we're doing, okay? We're doing these words right here. Don't do any of these. We're not doing these, okay? So don't write those down. Those will come later. This is lesson 13, so here's our words. I'd like for you to write these words down, okay? Awful. See the aw sound? Awful. Dawn. When the sun comes up, we say that it's dawn. Law. It's the law. Paw. Author. Someone who writes a story or a poem is called an author. Cause. Autumn. Good. I want you to write all these words down. You might need to pause it while you write them down. Make sure you spell them correctly. sure you have them written down. Alright, so I'm going to have a link for you to practice your spelling words. Make sure that you do that, okay?